Hey guys, welcome back to Music Central Woodwind Edition. This is Thursday, April 30th. Let's go through your resources one last time for the week. As a reminder, if you haven't done Tuesdays or Wednesdays, please do so you know what instruments we're talking about. Today, we're going to do a woodwind quartet, and then we're going to do a listening section. And for the listening section, the link only takes you to one part of the place. You do need to follow along to know where to go after to get to the exact listening song. So let's get started. We're going to quickly talk about all of the instruments we've done so far in the woodwind family. Remember, we have the flute and the piccolo. The piccolo is just a really small flute. Basically, piccolo means little. The real name of the piccolo would really be the piccolo flauto, which means little flute. Then we have the clarinet, the saxophone. Those are both single reeds. Then we have the double reeds, the bassoon, and the oboe. So the first thing we're going to listen to today and talk about is a woodwind quartet. Quartet is four. So in a woodwind quartet would be when a flute, a clarinet, an oboe, and a bassoon get together. It's called a woodwind quartet. It's not as popular as a woodwind quintet, which you would think would have a flute, a clarinet, a saxophone, oboe, and bassoon, right? There actually is not a saxophone in a woodwind quintet. They put a French horn in there, and I know what you're thinking, but that's a brass instrument. It is true, but the French horn's tone quality, or how it sounds, makes it blend in really nicely with the other woodwinds, and so the French horn kind of gets a pass at pretending to be a woodwind. It sounds really awesome, and if you want to do some research and listen to some woodwind quintets, I highly recommend it. Some of them are really wonderful. But today, we are going to listen to a woodwind quartet, which remember has four instruments: a flute, a clarinet, an oboe, and a bassoon. So our first listening is our woodwind quartet. Here we go. Listening to our woodwind quartet. Okay, and you can keep listening to that if you want to for the rest of, you have the link. Now, one thing I know is that none of the groups that we've seen, the small groups, none of them have a person conducting them or somebody standing there in front doing the arm motion things. They don't need them because they practice without a conductor. And what they usually do is, I don't know if you guys can see it, is that they'll have one person start and like they're all watching and they'll take a deep breath and then do like that. They practice that way so that they don't need somebody kind of 1, 2, ready, go. So they really do have a conductor. It's just they don't have somebody very obviously doing that. And you can kind of see every now and then they'll like look at each other, or somebody will make a big gesture like that so that they know when they're supposed to come in. They're doing that on purpose. It's the way that they stay together. It's pretty neat. And if you didn't know that that's what they were doing, that's great, because you're not supposed to know that that's what they're doing. They kind of all feel the music together, and that's one of the ways that they all stay together as a group. Okay, our next listening exercise that we're going to do, and I'm going to show you what you need to do after you click on the link. So when you click on the link, it's going to take you to a page that looks like this. You need to then go to where it says kit number 2, and then you're going to scroll down to where it says Dance of the Mirlitons. You're going to click on listening log, and then The questions that I have you thinking about answering are also the questions right here. I want you to think about what instrument families do you hear? Obviously, woodwinds is going to be a big one because that's what group we're talking about. Can you name some of the instruments that you hear? How fast is the music? Is it really slow to very fast? Is the music quiet or loud? Is it smooth or separated? What does the music make you think of? How does it make you feel? The questions are right here, but I also put them in your resource packet if you wanted to think about that for later too. So then just press play. Okay, and you can go back and listen to the rest of that. I will tell you right now that there's not a lot of brass in that song, especially with the part that we've listened to. There's a lot of flute playing going on. Hint, hint, hint. There's some string bass doing the boom, 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 boom. And there's an English horn playing in there. It kind of sounds a little bit like a really low oboe, but a lot of flute playing going on. And see if you can pick out a couple other instruments in there. But I just gave you a big hint as to what some of the instruments are. See if you can listen to it and name a couple more. And next week, we're going to move on to another instrument group. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.